Welcome to Presidency Senior Secondary School online class. Continuing our chapter Unit 1, that is solid state. Today I will discuss mainly close packed structure. Close packed structure means the closely packed arrangement is that in which maximum available space is occupied, leaving minimum vacant space. That is, closed packed structure means maximum available space is occupied and minimum vacant space. For example, say if we take a box and filled with say some spares, then these spares are packed in the box so in such a way that here maximum available space is occupied and minimum vacant space, leaving minimum vacant space. So actually in case of solid, atom molecules or ions which are called points are packed in the structure. So if we consider any solid, say this one is solid. So in this case, this is packed with either atoms, molecules or ions and form close packed structure. So there are different ways of packing of points, that is atom, molecules or ions. Some packing is called one-dimensional, someone is called two-dimensional and someone is called three-dimensional. So first we consider close packing in one dimension. So these are some spares which represent atom, molecules or ions. Now if spares are arranged in this manner, then such arrangement is called one-dimensional packing. Such packing is called one-dimensional packing. So this line is continued. So the number of nearest neighbors of a particle is called its coordination number. So what is coordination number? Coordination number means number of neighbors. In coordination, the number of nearest neighbors of a particle is called its coordination number. For example, if we consider this one, so there are two neighbors. If we consider this one, there are two neighbors. If we consider this one, two neighbors. This one, two neighbors. This one neighbor, here another neighbor also present. So in this case, neighbor is 2, so coordination number is 2. If neighbor is 3, coordination number 3. If neighbor is 4, coordination number 4. So coordination number may be 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 8, etc. So this type of arrangement is called close packing in one dimension. Next we consider close packing in two dimension. Close packing in two dimension. Say this is one type of one dimension, this is another same one dimension. This is one dimension. Now this is first row, this one second row, this one third row, this one fourth row. So if in this manner particles means atom molecules or ions are arranged, then such type of packing is called square close packing in two dimension. So in case of square close packing in two dimension, there is horizontal as well as vertical alignment. So if any arrangement of packing in two dimension, there is horizontal as well as vertical alignment, then such close packing is called square close packing in two dimension. So in this case, 52.4% available space is occupied. So there are number of vacant space. These are vacant space. So vacant space in this case is 47.6%. Occupied space is 52.4% and vacant space is 100 minus 52.4%, that is 57.6%. So if any arrangement where there is horizontal as well as vertical alignment, then such packing is known as square close packing in two dimension. Here 52.4% available space is occupied. Now in this case, if we concentrate any sphere, say this one, so it is in contact with 1, 2, 3, 4. So any sphere in contact with 4 other spheres. So here coordination number is 4. So in this case coordination number is 4 because each sphere in contact with 4 other spheres. Now this is one type of two-dimensional close packing which is called square close packing in two-dimensional. So there is another arrangement also known or available for close packing in two dimension. So in this case there is horizontal and vertical alignment, but in this case second layer on second row in the dimension say depression of first row. So third row in the depression of second row. Fourth row in the depression of third row. And so on. So this type of close packing is called hexagonal close packing in two dimension. In this case 60.4% available space is occupied. So here occupied space is 52.4%, here more space is occupied 60.4%. Here vacant space is 47.6, here vacant space is 39.6. And if we concentrate any sphere, then it is contact with 6 other spheres. So here coordination number is 6. So in case of close packing in two dimension, there are two arrangements are possible. One is called square close packing in two dimension, other is called hexagonal close packing in two dimension. In case of square close packing in two dimension, second there is horizontal and vertical alignment, and in this case 52.4% available space is occupied with coordination number 4. In case of second arrangement, this is our second arrangement. In this case second row in the depression of first row, third row in the depression of second row, and so on. So such close packing is called hexagonal close packing in 2 dimension. In this case 60.4% available space is occupied with coordination number of 4. So next we consider 3-dimensional close packing. First 1-dimensional, then 2-dimensional. Now we consider 3-dimensional close packing. Now in this case of these two arrangement, this one is more efficient because more available space is occupied. So 3-dimensional close packing means stacking of layer over 2-dimensional close packing. So in case of 3-dimensional close packing, stacking of layer, that is one after another, takes place in 2-dimensional close packing. But out of these two arrangements, since this one is more efficient because more available space is occupied, so we consider 3-dimensional close packing, that is stacking over this one. So we neglect this one because this one is less efficient. So this is our hexagonal close packing in 2 dimensions. Now this is our first layer. Let us call this layer as A layer. Now there are two types of voids or holes in this packing. So say this one is called A type of void, this one B type of void, this one again A type of void, this one B type of void. So first layer of hexagonal close packing in 2 dimension is like this, and this is our bottom layer. So bottom layer is called A layer, and there are two types of vacant spaces in this arrangement. One is A void and other is B void. Now in case of 3-dimensional packing, so here stacking takes place. That is, second layer is placed over first layer either in void A or in void B. Now let us place second layer in void B. Second layer in void B. So this is dotted line represent our second layer, which is called B layer. So when first layer is made, so there are two types of voids available. One is A type of void and other is B type of void. So second layer may be placed in A void or maybe in B void. Now if second layer is placed in B void, then another layer is obtained which is called B layer. So first layer is called A layer, second layer is called B layer. Now when B layer is placed in B void, then a new type of void is created which is called C void. Which is called C void. Now for third layer, there are two types of arrangement. For third layer, there are two types of arrangement. First arrangement, if third layer is placed in C void, then third layer is same as first layer. So A, then B, then A, then B, dot 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 dot. So such close packing is called hexagonal close packing. HCP in 3 dimension. Hexagonal close packing in 3 dimension. And second arrangement, if third layer is not placed in C void, but third layer is placed in original A void, which is left unoccupied, then third layer is entirely different from first and second layer. So if such layer is represented by C layer, then such arrangement is called ABC type of arrangement. It is also known as cubic close packing. Cubic close packing. CCP, also called FCC, face centered cubic. Again, there are two types of arrangement in two-dimensional close packing. One is square close packing, other is hexagonal close packing in 2 dimensions. Of these two types of close packing, hexagonal close packing in 2 dimensions is more efficient because 60.4% available space is occupied. Now for making 3 dimension, so we consider more efficient one, that is hexagonal close packing in 2 dimensions, that is 60.4% space is occupied. So this is our 2-dimensional close packing, hexagonal close packing, already discussed. So this layer or bottom layer is called A layer. Now in A layer there are two types of voids or holes. One is A type of voids, other is called B type of void. Now second layer may be placed in original A void or in B void. So there are two options for placing second layer. Now if we place second layer in B void, then we get another layer, second layer, which is labeled as B layer. Okay, so first layer is known as A layer and B layer is called second layer, which is obtained by placing second layer in B void. Now for third layer, there are two options. First option, third layer may be placed in the newly formed C void. Then third layer is same as original first layer. So such A, B, again A, B. So A, B, B arrangement, also known as hexagonal close packing, HCP. And if third layer is not placed in C void, but placed in original unoccupied A void, then third layer is entirely different from A layer and B layer. That is first layer and second layer. And if third layer is represented by C, then such arrangement is called ABC arrangement, also known as cubic close packing. CCP, also known as FCC. Now in both cases, available space occupied is 74%. So both are equally efficient. 74% available space is occupied. Now for both ABAB arrangement, that is hexagonal close packing, and also ABC arrangement, cubic close packing, occupied space is 74% and vacant space 26%. That is, both ABAB and also ABC arrangement are equally efficient. Both are equally efficient because 74% available space is occupied. Next we consider interstitial voids or interstitial sites. So next we consider interstitial voids or interstitial sites. What is interstitial voids? So these A, B, C, these are called interstitial voids. Voids means space which left unoccupied. Space which left unoccupied after packing of spares. So there are two types of voids are generally available. One is called tetrahedral void and another is called octahedral voids. So first we consider tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids means voids around 3 spares. Void around 4 spares. Say this is one spare, this is another spare, this is another spare. So and this void and this is over another spare. So altogether 1, 2, 3 in the first layer and dotted one in second layer. So this void is called tetrahedral voids. So what is tetrahedral void? Tetrahedral voids means voids or sides or holes around 4 spares. Voids or sides or holes around 4 spare is called tetrahedral voids. And next we consider octahedral voids. Voids or sides or holes around 6 spares is called octahedral voids. So this void is called octahedral void. Here 6 pair. 1, 2, 3, and above dotted line represent another 3. So altogether 6. So void or holes or sides around 6 pair is called octahedral voids. So what is tetrahedral voids? Void or hole or sides around 4 pair is called tetrahedral void. Actually this arrangement is, void is not tetrahedral. Void itself is not tetrahedral, but arrangement around it is tetrahedral. Similarly here also, void is not octahedral, but arrangement around it is octahedral. Okay. Now for n pairs, total number of tetrahedral voids twice n, and total number of octahedral voids n, and therefore total voids equal to twice n, twice n plus n equal to thrice n. So for n pairs, if n pairs involved in an arrangement, then total number of tetrahedral voids is twice n, that is double number of pairs. Total number of octahedral voids is same, that is n, and total number of voids is thrice n. For example, in an arrangement 6, since 10 pairs involved, so there are 10 pairs involved in an arrangement in 3 dimensions, then what is total number of tetrahedral voids? Twice n, so 2 into 10, 20. Octahedral void n means 10. So total number of voids, tetrahedral 20, octahedral 10, so total number of voids 30. So if n pairs involved in an arrangement, then tetrahedral voids is double, that is twice n, octahedral voids same number n, and total number of voids equal to thrice n. Next we consider position of tetrahedral and octahedral voids. Position of tetrahedral and octahedral voids. So this one is cube. So in a cube, actually there are 4 diagonals, and each diagonal containing 2 numbers of tetrahedral voids. So this corner to this corner, 1 diagonal, so 2 tetrahedral voids. This corner to this corner, another diagonal, so 2 voids. So this corner to this corner, another diagonal, 2 voids, and this corner to this corner. So altogether, if 4 pairs involved, then total number of voids equal to 8. So in case of tetrahedral voids, each diagonal containing 2 tetrahedral voids. So 4 diagonal containing 8 tetrahedral boards. So this is position of tetrahedral boards. Each diagonal containing 2. So 4 diagonal containing 8 tetrahedral boards. Now we consider position of octahedral boards. Position of octahedral boards. So actually there are 12 edges and each edge containing one octahedral boards. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 and one at the body center. So 12 octahedral board at edge center and one at the body center. So in case of octahedral boards, 12 octahedral boards at 12 edge centers and one at the body center. So position of tetrahedral boards means each diagonal containing 2, and in case of octahedral boards, 12 edges containing 12 octahedral boards and one at the body center. So this is all about clue packing in 1 dimension, 2 dimension and 3 dimension, and finally 2 types of boards, tetrahedral and octahedral boards, and position of tetrahedral and octahedral boards. Okay, thank you.